Ron-May. A name that's both new and familiar.
Member 4, Pokakakamon, had gotten rid of most of the society members.
You're back!
Of course! This is a summit between 3 geniuses.
It's a special time. All departments are preparing to welcome distinguished guests from the... Madame Ron-May doesn't like fanfare and probably wouldn't appreciate a crowd to welcome her, so...
I took her to see the portraits of the society members a few days ago. I don't get it. Whatever, as long as she's happy.
I heard Miss Ron-May likes snacks and pastries, so I asked the researchers to prepare some traditional desserts from the blue.
Of course! Go find her yourself. She borrowed the phase flame to do some research as soon as she got here.
Miss Ron-May is the very image of a scholar. I heard she once took a little vacation on a desert planet.
She just wanted somewhere uninhabited to experiment with her life spiral system. Anyway, what more needs to be said for someone smart enough to become Herta's research partner,
I'm not sure, but she doesn't seem to get around much.
What more needs to be said for someone smart enough to become Herta's research partner,
Miss Ron-May is the very image of a scholar.
There's someone next to the railway platform. Could she be...
I have a feeling we're on the right track.
I'll check the data when I get back.
Hello. I hope I didn't startle you. This is a work habit of mine. Using touch to open my senses and letting the details of your biological existence flood into my brain, such is the basis of deconstruction and reconstruction. Do not be concerned. You are very healthy. In fact, impeccably so. A perfect... Oh, really? I expect the views here had me lost in thought. I don't usually go in and out of the space station, and only discovered today that it was blessed with such calm, open views. It is a wonderful fit for the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossoms, sticky rice, and frosting sugar. Come here. Look, the blue planet is directly below us. It is so full of life. This dessert is very delicious. Here, take half. Delicious desserts remind people of how flowers look when they bloom. I hope you like it too. So, what do you think? I can certainly prepare more for you. It's become somewhat of a tradition to bring strawberry pastries when I visit Stephen Lloyd. His attendance seems quite dependent on them. An outstanding dessert. 10 grams of cubed sugar, 1 dried and salt-preserved plum blossom. Baking and cooking are the same as nurturing a universe. Unfortunately, there are still too many people in the space station. The clamor is not fitting for desserts. By the way, do you remember what my research is about?
No. My research area is short stories about toilets. Huh? What's going on? What am I talking about?
I see. What a cute hobby. But remember, the next time something like this happens, it's crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained the situation. If not, you'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through. Let's try again. Now, what else would you like to ask?
The dessert was tasty. I would like more. Why can't I say what I want to say?
You have quite the appetite. All right, I'll give you the recipe. Come and have a walk with me. A stroll is the most appropriate post-dessert activity. As the masses depart, there's an enveloping calm here, just like in the no man's land I've ventured to in the past. Can you imagine a completely lifeless world? From there, you can glimpse the stars that lie at the very edge of the horizon. Following its celestial trajectory, the Great Teal Star illuminates an endless sea of white across both the sky and land. My mother and I navigated calm glaciers, looking for signs of life on that world, and encountered many bizarre phenomena. It was like finding the single correct piece in a mountain of jigsaw pieces. The process was convoluted and... My apologies. It appears my words have left you perplexed. Please, don't be on edge. I bear no ill will. A few days ago, I made my interest in you known to Herta. I find extending trust beyond myself is challenging. Therefore, I added anti-truth serum to this dessert. It will not harm you. However, you will be unable to say what you truly think when answering questions related to me. Treat it as a layer of protection. This will shield my research and your personal safety. I can also reward you as compensation for being my assistant. I will fulfill your every wish. Then I'll grant you even greater rewards. When I first arrived on the space station, I borrowed the phase flame from Herta. A surge of creativity led me to explore the cultivation of life on the space station. In my imagination, these life forms would be a new variety that are born as geniuses. I don't know where it went wrong. They possess their own sentience, but are nowhere near geniuses. Moreover, my free-range approach seems to have backfired. In a lab leak incident a few days ago, I do not wish for Herta or Asta to be involved in this. Therefore, I'm hoping you can assist in recovering these little life forms. The researchers are still treating these entities as visitors. I entrust this to you. Once the little life forms are collected, simply find a proper place for them. As the masses depart, there's an enveloping calm here. Just like the no man's land I ventured to in the past. Yes, my mother and I once spent 11 long polar nights there.
All remains as it did yesterday.
Welcome to Herta Space Station.
What? A place where the space station stores dangerous experimental results? Why would anyone want to know that? I'm not doing any private business on the space station.
You're so cute! Can I get an autograph? So, I really can't say anything about her.
Autograph? What are you on about? You're freaking me out. I won't talk to you if you don't tell me why you're here.
I'll solve the space station's problems! So, I really can't say anything about her.
Oh, that. You've got pretty good contacts if you know that already. If you want to solve the problem, go check out the storage zone. Then you'll understand.
Heard a space station.
There are so many people. This seems to be the place.
I heard Madame Ron.
I don't know about her, but I love... So, I really...
Did I ask about your favorite?
Ron May, member. But once she arrived on the space... Yes, she's treating this place. The end result?
Ron May likes to listen to this. Some of us.
No idea. So, I really...
As expected.
Hey, guess what I got my hands on? It says 10 carats of ingenuity, 1 ton of practice, third, let's give it a shot, shall we? First things... We need to add some other good stuff in. And now we mix them together. Yikes. Take a look at what you just cultivated.
Molten cheese tart is the best. What's our slogan again? 1. Stop complaining. Change your attitude. 2. Energize yourself. Increase your capacity for action.
Our creed, molten cheese tart is the best. Oh, praise be. You don't know? Molten cheese tart is Madame Ron May's top... Oh, let me tell you something. Mr. Screwthum's followers are all very lucky. Since you're so interested, I'll tell you how to secure an audience with the Honorable Molten Cheese Top. You need to plaster hearts wherever Madame Ron May has...
So this is the little life form Ranmei made?
I am humbled to meet the molten cheese tart. What are you frozen in place for? Oh, you don't understand the honorable tart. That's okay.
Wakaka! I'm a genius. That was way too risky.
Oh, molten cheese tart says Madame Ranmei has finally recognized my ingenuity. Molten cheese tart says, does Madame Ranmei recognize me as a masterpiece? Molten cheese tart says, there's a kind of attachment reserved for the creator. To the world, you are but one person. But hey, you! Yes, you!
You heartless dessert! I almost forgot. I can't say anything about Ranmei.
You! Shh! Quiet! Oh, the honorable molten cheese tart may have a crispy It's working so hard just to get Madame Ranmei's attention. You see, the honorable molten cheese tart has always been fun. They both hope to receive Madame Ranmei's recognition and have been... Of course! It's not like we have any followers of... all the ones who came here to stir up trouble have been converted by us. This is called conceptual it's genuinely puzzling. Love from the creator to her creation? I don't know. Expecting me to understand love is... Remember, as long as love is your compass, you're... That depends if the Oh? The honorable molten cheese tart has agreed.
You're here. Herta called Skrullum and I to the space station to discuss some important topics. And now, I wish for you to attend this meeting with me. I don't want Herta to worry herself over these frivolous matters. Just in case, I want someone who will be on my side. In other words, you. Help me. It'll be easy. Just remember, my secret stays with you, don't pry too much, and keep your expressions in check. All right, let's go.
Hi, Ranmei. I've been waiting for you. Oh, you're here too? Looks like you two have become quite friendly.
It's good to see you, sir. Affirmation. This reunion has happened earlier than my calculations predicted.
Though you weren't invited, I welcome you to remember this historical moment. How long has it been since 3 geniuses were in the same room together? And how long will we have to wait for it to happen again?
Affirmative. Discounting our discussions on the simulated universe, our interactions are scarce. I look forward to the innovative ideas that may emerge from this juxtaposition of minds.
Let me get straight to the point. I think it's time to find another partner for the simulated universe.
You wish to kick Steven out?
No, of course not. Steven doesn't want to get involved and voted to abstain. But whatever. Look, I respect the way people want to live, but he doesn't have the chance to be involved in this decision-making anymore.
Question. Are we introducing a 5th partner for the
Yes, a 5th genius. The reason for our gathering is clear to everyone present. What no one can refuse, the secret of the eons. Not even Xandar. We'll definitely get a response.
What if the responder is Polka Kakamond?
That'd be great! Hey, Lord of Silence, are you listening? I'm member number 83, Herta, and I want to meet you. I believe you and I will have a lot to talk about.
It's unlikely we'll hear from Polka Kakamond. Probability, member number 64, Dr. Primitive, may appear.
That's a hard pass. Given Dr. Primitive's shady research practices and his tussle with the Galaxy Rangers. What about you, Chingtu? Are you still in touch with her, Ruanmei? Is she still alive?
Can we ask him to leave if we are to discuss this topic? The process will be long and boring. There's no need to take up other people's time.
Of course! You brought him in after all. It's up to you.
All right. Let me walk you out.
And what the heck is this?
Seems like a programming error.
Oh, this fragment of Ruanmei. Have you seen it in the simulated universe before?
The simulated universe is my home. I'm speaking nonsense again.
It's probably an isolated glitch.
Fine. I'm used to turning a blind eye to these things.
I probably will. Records indicate he likes this occurrence.
All right, I agree. As long as it helps you with your research, you can do whatever you want.
Come along. I'll see you out. It appears I was overthinking things. Impulsive behavior is pretty characteristic of her after all. Thankfully, it was just a minor scare. Still, meetings give me such a headache. I see that you've recovered the life form in the master control zone. Thank you. Well done. No, you misunderstand. While Herta is tied up in meetings, you might find it more convenient to roam the space station. There are some things that I must tell you now. If I wait for the meeting to finish, then it might be too late. The retrieval of my life forms isn't complete yet. There's more than just one, and some are stored in a sealed zone. Herta uses that place to welcome visitors from across the stars, or to welcome members of the Genius Society. And now my headache is stored there. She gave me permission and said no more. I'm giving you my access card. Give me your hand and I'll input your fingerprint into it. Stay vigilant, assistant. Should you come across a threat you can't handle, just remember, there is a giant incubator in the middle of the zone. Once you're back, come find me on the railway platform. Then you'll understand everything.
What would a sealed zone look like?
Buzz.
What's up with this unit? It looks different from the one in the master control zone.
Buzz. Madam Herta, open zone. Buzz. To welcome alien species, galactic visitors, high risk zone. Buzz. Service staff, inorganic life forms. Buzz. Permission status. Madam Ron May. Permissions granted. Madam Herta. Fine. As long as it keeps her happy. Buzz. Class 1 clearance zone. Buzz. Many esteemed guests. Buzz. May include dangerous persons. Buzz. Storage for Madam Herta's dangerous curios. Buzz. Madam Ron May's cultivated life forms. Buzz. Welcome. Buzz. Visitor. How can I help? Basement 1. Transit hub. Buzz. Basement 2. Shuttle. Incubator. Dangerous curio storage. Buzz. Corridor. Danger. Buzz. Welcome. Visitor. What do you need? Buzz. Conclusion. You cannot enter. Probability 50%. Other paths are open. Assessment. Seeking directions. Buzz. Suggestion. Proceed to basement. Look.
For the phase flame is fascinating. Unfortunately, before the research could be completed, it vanished. I've initiated new attempts. The growth status of the 2 samples this time is promising. I incorporated personal taste preferences into the concept. They simultaneously possess 2 sets of emotional traits. They are at one. Interestingly, they also possess a kind of inclination, a yearning for between humans.
Huh? What's that sound out there? This is the headache Ranmei mentioned? It's just a different flavor.
Not one of Ranmei's recognized works. Too much negative energy. Don't like negative energy. Ranmei! Why am I a failure?
What's that noise? Follow me. It'll be okay. I need to find a place for this little one. That sound seems to be from that locked room.
Member number 23 Echa, spent in the mechanical city, showed me that even the longest of lives. So I'm now certain that the outcome of this cultivation is failure. Life can exist in thousands of different forms, which means the form itself has no purpose. These life forms are very advanced in their own concepts, and can even trigger chain reactions such as synesthesia. But that is not what I desire. I'm starting to feel lost. Perhaps the question, what is the essence of life, never had an answer. Member 1, Sandar, have you ever felt this loss?
You are here too? Seems like this is the other end of that one-way path. Are you telling me to keep going?
Life is countless and varied in form. I firmly believe in that. Its beauty is like a myriad of flowers, and I want to pluck the one that never wilts. The patterns of all things always have complicated and enchanting exteriors, while their inner essences remain simple and plain. Ever since I was a child, I have always delighted in observing aspects of microscopic creatures, such as the speed with which slime molds devour objects. I have also gazed far and wide across the macroscopic world, and I wish to discover the true essence of life, something that all individuals possess unknowingly, whether... To avoid blind faith in science, I cautiously raised a query. I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach, and that is...
Sounds fitting. Stay here for a bit. Did something just open?
Hidden room. Buzz. Only Madame Ron May has permissions. Please submit your ID. Buzz. Permissions granted. Buzz. Select from the below services. 1. Check historical incubation records. 2. Inorganic lifeform companionship chat service.
Is this?
I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach, and that is an emanator. I cannot comprehend what an emanator is. Scholars view them as the executors of the Eon's power. So, when did it begin? And at what point did they become closer to the Eons than any? At first, I tried to create a genius. I failed. That question has no solution yet, and a long journey of discovery still lies ahead. However, erudition isn't the only path in the universe. If we set logic aside, would there be more primitive and pure emanators on other paths? Of course there would be. Keilahian. I was able to see the beginning and end of the swarm disaster through the simulated universe. It is a logical decision. I will certainly succeed. Will Herta and Screwlum like this experiment? Most likely not. Therefore, before they realize what I am doing, I must hurry my work, as well as find a fitting assistant.
Permission granted, but select from the below services. 1. Check visitor records. 2. Open incubator entrance. Permission granted, but...
That sound's coming from above. someone in the distance.
Here, a genius move. And how will you counter it? Only an idiot would ask such a question. Just move this here. You look distressed. Something the matter? If that's the case, you better get thinking.
Are you waiting for a sign? Time is ticking. Descend via the elevator. Have you considered whether the answer to your question will be of any relevance to our current predicament? If a question is of no help, then don't ask it. Never mind. Allow me to clarify something. I know exactly who you are, and I'm aware you are in Ron May's employ. My goals are roughly aligned with yours. That's all you need to know. Just 2 paragraphs. Because I can't bear to see idiots, the real Ron May's creation is hidden in the giant incubator below us. Go. Take the elevator and bear witness to this genius.
Station has an area this big?
An emanator of propagation clone? How can that be? Do not be afraid. Heavens, rise!
Lend me your strength.
The strength.
Try that again. Wanna try hard some? Watch this awesome move. You can't run! You'll pay for this. My turn! Here! Time for a shot. Nap time.
Awaken dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon.
Try that again. You can't run. Try that again. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Naughty child. You can't run! Try that again. Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
The times have changed.
battle is... You can't run!
Awaken, golden scales. World cleansing dragon.
Tough luck running into me! Here! Nap time. Lend me your strength.
Sense a storm. Heaven surge. Rise! We'll destroy the space station!
The creature was unable to sustain its own existence and vanished as if it had never been born. The threat is over. Time to get going.
Is it over? I need to get some answers out of Rongmei.
The meeting of geniuses is over. As for the future of the simulated universe, that conclusion isn't important. What's important is your task. You look upset, correct? I regret my actions. There's no defending what I've done. Time and again, my experiments have fallen short, and they've always yielded predictable results. I made a clone, but it doesn't hold a candle to the emanator. How should I have explained it to you? I'm not good at communicating with others. Restrained by time and place, its code of life could only be considered an incomplete attempt. I managed to replicate the moment it was born. However, it would soon disappear and be reduced to particles. Like every living being, it inevitably faced its demise as it journeyed towards the end. I find no fault in that. However, even the briefest life should have meaning. I want to know the limits of its capacity. And it was a minuscule step. Just as I had predicted. I did say that if a danger proved too great for you, I would personally step in to confront it. I must admit, I'm not fond of scenarios where everything aligns perfectly with my expectations. An experiment should have its unforeseen twists. That's where the joy lies. Even the most predictable storylines can have their pleasant surprises. I have to admit that these little ones born in the process sometimes move me. I see a human-like response in them. It is a concept completely opposite to that of divinity. They have emotions. Emotions may be either positive or negative. However, the love rooted in the depths of their heart is eternal and unchanging. They're still a long way from becoming geniuses, and are therefore unable to discern whether this love is one of friendship, romance, or familial love. That being said, can even geniuses tell the difference? I cannot, at least. I do not understand what love is, and cannot respond to their feelings. Do you believe my actions were wrong? There's no need to tell me your answer. I just felt like asking the question. Do I seem irresponsible? I'm sorry. I am often at a loss as to how to face my own creations. The effects of the anti-truth serum will also wear off. If others mention me to you in the future, you can answer however you like. Or even pretend you never knew me. After all, your memory of me will soon dissipate like smoke. Over time, hidden truths tend to surface. If I do not want a secret revealed, the most foolproof way is to destroy it. The anti-truth serum will make you forget the brief period we spent together. It won't take effect immediately. It is a slow, intangible process, like the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossom. Perhaps you'll remember someone performed selfish experiments on the space station. That way, the connection between life forms will be erased. It will make our lives more relaxing. I believe you. Screwlum will stay on the space station for a while longer. He and Herta still have problems they need to solve. As for me, I'm leaving soon and won't bother with goodbyes. Do you still remember the no man's land I mentioned? I'm considering a solo trip back there during my research downtime, just to see how things are. I miss member number 55 Yu Qingtu sometimes. She used to always make something delicious for me to drink every time we parted ways. I hope I won't meet member number 4 Polka Kakamond. That would be quite troublesome. Who knows when the next gathering of geniuses will be? Do you have anything else you want to say to me? I find that difficult to answer. I thank you, Mr. Assistant. If fate allows and you're interested, upon our next meeting, we could journey to No Man's Land and traverse its tranquil glaciers. Though I suppose it wouldn't be No Man's Land anymore. What a conundrum.